later on, we'll be paying a visit to Bill Roseman.
Welcome to the heart and soul of Marvel games.
Welcome to Marvel's Off the Rack.
3, 2, 1, here she is, capitalizing Silicon Valley Rewind.
I'm here for Silicon Valley Rewind. Hey guys, before we get started, don't forget Epic History X-Men Volume 3, The Dark Phoenix Saga is now available on Vimeo-On-Demand. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Silicon Valley. It's the last episode of this season. And, you know, Pied Piper, it's been out, it's launched. We're all excited. Holy shit, it's fucking out there. And you think, fuck, everything's going to be great now. But no, fucking people aren't using this shit. And it's a fucking problem. So this episode starts out with the Tables commercial, which I really enjoyed. That was such a great parody, satire of all the dumb tech, whatever, iPhone, whatever commercials that are always coming out. They're just like so inane and killing me. Sharing his tables. You know, we're all just tables. I thought that was great. Ehrlich was in charge of the tables situation. And you know, they're having a party at Lori's house they almost have 500,000 downloads. Everybody's really excited. And you know, Richard is talking to what's her face? Can't remember her name right now. And Monica, Richard's talking to Monica, you know, and she's like, I'm so sorry, Richard, you know, I didn't get this app and like, I'm a dum-dum. And he's like, no, you're not dumb because we only have like 19,000 active users. Like, even though we have so many downloads and people are downloading it, people aren't using it, you know, and she's like, fuck. And she's like, who knows, you know, and she's looking around and it's like Guilfoyle and Dinesh don't know. And Ehrlich doesn't know. But then she looks over at Jared, you know, she's like, oh, Jared knows, you know, because like Jared's like, like nervously over by the craft services or like little food table. That was really funny. I really enjoyed Jared's like nervous energy over there. And then, you know, we cut to Dinesh continuing to be an asshat and make a fool of himself and pretend like he's cooler than he is, like as always. It's just like, Dinesh, like stop being something you're not. Like, just be a person. Like, just be a person. Like, quit being an authentic Dinesh. He never learns. But then you have Guilfoyle, and he can sense, you know, with his radar, he senses something's up, you know, with Jared, and he goes to confront Jared about it, you know. And like Guilfoyle is just like a lie detector, you know. This whole episode, he's a lie detector for Jared. And I love when he was like saying, you know, telling him about like, you know, your Judeo-Christian beliefs and like morality like makes you uncomfortable with untruth, you know, but like for me and my dedication to LaVey and Satanism, you know, there is no good and evil, there's only self. And I thought that was the best. I love pondering the no good and evil thing. That's something I think about a lot. And he's like, you know, I terrify you as I should, you know. It was just like, oh, that was so great. It was so great. I love that, like, Guilfoyle's just my super favorite. But then they have their countdown moment. So he knows something's up. Then they have their countdown moment, you know, and of course the countdown gets fucked up because countdowns always get fucked up. You know, I've been to like, I don't even know how many times I've been at like fucked up, countdowns for New Year's Eve. Yeah. New Year's Eve. I've been to a few of those that got fucked up and it was just like, this sucks. But that was funny because that shit always happens. So, you know, so now they're going to set up some focus groups to try to figure out what's going on, you know. And of course, you know, Richard is totally freaking out, you know, and then he busts in on one of the groups and like tries to explain it to them. He even has to order pizza and he has this ridiculous board, you know, and it's just like having an engineer try to explain anything to you is like, it's like for such smart people, okay, like they do not know how to talk to normal people. And I would know, okay, I come from a family of engineers, all right? I don't even know, like I asked my uncle once, I was like, so what exactly do you do? And I mean, it was like, it's so funny because he has no fucking clue what I do. I'm like, I have a fucking YouTube show and I run these fucking blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, what? And then ad revenue, what? And then he's telling me like payload systems and operation management of whatever fucking console. I don't know what the fuck, you know. Electrons is what I get. Yes, exactly, Rick. I get him telling me about fucking electrons. I'm just like, hey, you guys, like, you guys are killing me. But yeah, engineers are just ridiculous. But I did love Bernice. I thought Bernice was great. Like, she finally gets it, you know? Like, Richard gets one chick to understand it. That dude in the back who's killing me, too, when he was talking about, you know, he's like, well, you know, the neural net is gonna, you know, it's gonna make it to where we don't even know how it's gonna help each other. Okay, like the more people that use it, like the more it's gonna help everybody. And he's like, so like Terminator, you know? And he's like, no, this isn't Skynet. And he's like, you just said you didn't know what was gonna happen. You know, it's just like that's how people think. And that's the thing that's really, like, I was thinking about this too when Monica originally was like, I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Because I'm one of those people too, like, I'm not good with interface crap, okay? I don't have a computer or the internet at my little teeny apartment, okay? Like, I have one at the studio and all that shit, but like, I don't deal with that shit at home because I don't want to, okay? Because I don't like it. I took a ZBrush class once, or a 3D modeling class once in college. I literally was crying in the dark, because in the dark I wouldn't cry if it was like people couldn't see me, but the guy was just going so fast and I couldn't keep up, and there's all these fucking buttons, and I was just like, I'm gonna fail this fucking class. Like, I don't know how to use this goddamn fucking stupid program. And that's the thing, they built it for themselves. They didn't build it for the average person, you know. And I was getting really, my one criticism of this episode is that, you know, so they see that there's a problem. You know, everyone's freaking out, like nobody's actively using this. But I can tell you exactly why they're not using it. It's because the interface ain't intuitive. Make the interface intuitive. Like, why is nobody bringing that up? You know, it's like, you guys just have to fix that shit. Like, even though you don't need a download button, just if people are stupid, just put one on there, you know? It's like, if you're too ahead of your time, you gotta dial it back, you know? It's like, it's hard to be ahead of your time. But like, you gotta deal with it, you know? It's a thing. And so, you know, but they're having this big meeting, and they have a big meeting, and you know, Richard's telling the whole team, you know, hey, you know, we only have this many people, active users, and we have to have, you know, way more active users to be able to get the next group of funding from our money. We don't have a lot of money. And Ehrlich steps in. I love that Ehrlich steps in and is just like, this is Richard's plane, okay? And if he wants to crash into the side of the mountain, then it's our job to climb on, strap in, and get ready for a fiery death, you know, which is like perfect, because then everybody starts quitting, you know. And so now that, you know, we finally got this big team together to support it, it's like it's all coming apart again, and people are quitting, and it's like, it's really sad. I feel really bad. I feel for the guys. They just gotta get that intuitive interface, you dickheads. But then we cut to Gavin, and so Gavin pulls a coup. All right, so after talking to Action Jack when they were doing their chess thing in the air, Gavin has found out about the box, you know, so he comes back in and he tries to like pull a switcheroo, you know, where he's like, oh, I was just playing with you guys about the thing. We weren't really doing that the whole time. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I love that they're, you know, they were like, oh, well, actually, hold on. Sorry, I got this wrong. Gavin comes in first, and he's like trying to tell him that he's like, I've got it figured out, whatever. And they're like, there better not be any fucking animals, Gavin. There better not be any fucking animals. And then like, he's like, of course not. And then like the possum is getting rolled in, and he's like, no, like, get the possum out of here. But yeah, so then he brings Jack Barker, and they have the box. And I wonder, like, what's the deal? Like, what is the legal ramifications? Can Jack take the box? I mean, wasn't that developed by Pied Piper? You know, and is that going to be using like Pied Piper technologies, like things like that? Like, are they going to have to, and that's the thing, are they going to have to fight for the fucking box, like, to keep their shit together? Like, are they going to have to fight for this box that they hated and dumped off in the first place? I don't know. That's an interesting question. So then they're trying to desperately figure it out. They're like they're giving away a car. They're going to all these places. They're holding seminars on how to use it instead of just fixing their goddamn interface. And he goes, you know, Richard goes to the guys, and it's like, what can we do with the modest budget that we have? And they come up with a fucking paperclip, pipey paperclip. Oh my God, I was dying laughing at fucking Pipey. He was so funny. He's like, haha, oh, you want to download something? Follow me, only 6 more steps. It was just like this dumbest, like, oh, it was so funny. I was really dying at. Okay, yeah, for those of you, I mean, people who are watching this show probably remember this shit, but for those of you who don't remember, on Microsoft Word, was it, or just Microsoft in general, whatever, they had a helper, little paperclip guy, and he would, oh, you got a question? You know, and it was like really stupid, and he was like animated, and everybody was like shitting their pants, you know, because like, oh, look at this animated 3D character, like we're fucking monkeys back then, you know, it's just like anything, get excited about it. I was like a kid, so it was like it looked like a little cartoon character. But yeah, so now they have this paperclip deal, and that's like the best idea that they have besides just fixing their interface. And then we cut back to Gavin, you know, and so the team is now like, holy shit, you saved it. Like, we're so sorry, you know, like we were wrong. You were right, Gavin. Like, this box is awesome. And so I love that Gavin finally gets his sweet revenge. Sweet revenge. And he's like, hey, you guys, I want to show you something. Come out here with me. And then he has that giant fucking elephant out there. And then he's just like, an elephant never forgets, you know? It's just like his ego. He's such a bad king. Like, his ego is just taken over. Like, Gavin's just a child. Like, he's such a child. And so now I guess he's going to punish this board for like not believing in him when he did fuck up. You know, he just cannot take personal responsibility for his actions because, like, you know, he's a child, so he can't do that. But I loved considering the elephant. I thought that was really hilarious. But the final kicker of this episode, which was really amazing, was, so, you know, after Jared talks to Richard's been sitting in a bathtub and he wants to kill himself. And he's like, you know, we're gonna shut it down. We're just gonna shut it down. It's over. You know, I'm done with this shit. And Jared's like, oh no, like, it's okay, fine. You know, it's gonna be fine. And he's like, you're a bad liar, Jared. You know, because this whole episode, Jared has been called out time and time again for lying. You know, I love Guilfoyle calling everybody out for lying. And so the next morning he gets up and he's going to go out there to tell everybody to pack it in. But then, you know, everyone's so excited because, oh my gosh, all of a sudden they have 30,000 active users. They've jumped from 13 or 19 to 30, you know, and they're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And so the thing that I really loved about this episode the most, and this is what I have a big question about next episode, is Guilfoyle goes up to Jared, you know, when Jared's walking away. Guilfoyle's like, you know, what's the deal? Is this some fucking shit? Like, what is this? You know, is this legit? And Jared's like, yeah, it's totally legit. And Guilfoyle goes, okay, you know, and after calling him out for lying, like every time, I wonder if Guilfoyle knows that he's lying, but he's just like trying to buy some time so they can figure out how to fix this shit, you know, and just like letting it slide. Or more interestingly, and I think this is probably the one, is Jared learned to lie. Jared is so desperate to save this company that he had to learn how to lie, and he was able to finally successfully lie to Guilfoyle's face and get away with it. And we find out that Jared has been buying users. He's buying users in friggin' India, and he's like, oh, you got to keep, you know, 1,000 more next week and 1,000 more next week, you know. And it's like, oh my gosh, how he's gonna tear himself apart. Like, poor Jared, like, he's just doing everything he can to just like keep this going. Like, he believes so much in Richard and he believes so much in everything. He's doing this dirty deed to like try to save them and buy some time, you know. It's, oh man, I don't know. I mean, Mark, maybe his heart is blackened for the greater good, you know. I don't know. We'll see. I hope these guys can figure it out. I hope they can get their interface together. Because, yeah, you just got to make that shit simple, man. Because, like, I don't know. I can't do that complicated. I wouldn't know how to use Pied Piper, to be quite honest with you. I wouldn't know, you know. So I get where fucking Monica's coming from. So, all right, that wraps it up for Silicon Valley Rewind this week. We're going to take 5, and then we're going to come back. We're going to be doing BS Movie News Live. I'm going to tell you about the Tickle documentary. I went and saw it. It was amazing. Take 5. Go get yourself another drink. Go to the bathroom. Do whatever you gotta do. BS Movie News Live coming up next. Today we'll be joined by actor and No You Shut Up co-creator Paul F. Tompkins.
Oh man, talk about puppet people.
That guy.
That's right.
Whoa. Welcome to Marvel.